The Mortal Kombat games are famous for their brutal action and deep lore. When it comes to the movies, we naturally expect epic showdowns between our favorite iconic characters. Look, we all know Mortal Kombat movies aren't Oscar contenders, and honestly, we don't expect them to be. We just want high-octane action, great visuals, and a healthy dose of fun and comedy. But is that enough to carry an entire film? When you play the games, you are actively participating, which makes the experience entirely different. In a movie, however, you need a solid story and actual character arcs. Is it really too much to ask for just a little bit of plot? Honestly, the film is okay, but it's definitely not great. To be fair, I wasn't bored watching it. It's a pretty short movie, and the runtime flies by with all the jokes and banter. But like I said, it's not amazing. It feels pretty limited in almost every department. It does get some laughs out of you though. Interestingly, there's another character in the movie who actually ends up being funnier than Johnny Cage. But the biggest issue here is the tone. The movie simply cannot balance it. Take Kitana for example. Her character arc and her situation are incredibly serious, but they didn't flesh her out properly. Because of that, I couldn't connect with her character. If they'd spent a little more screen time developing the relationship with her father, that opening sequence would have been so much more impactful. Instead, you have these heavy, serious sequences with Kitana completely clashing with the goofy humor of Johnny Cage and other funny characters. It leaves the film feeling confused. It doesn't seem to know if it wants to be a serious action flick or an action comedy. The story itself can basically be summed up in a single line. Because the plot is so weak, the movie has zero rewatch value. Just like the first Mortal Kombat, which I watched once when it released and never touched again. I will probably never rewatch Mortal Kombat 2. Now let's talk about the bright side, the action. This is the movie's main selling point, and it delivers. It is way more brutal and gory than I expected, which is exactly what you want from this franchise. The action sequences are genuinely good. One particular standout for me was the fight scene between the two brothers. That was fantastic. The Wild Dog sequences was another major highlight. The choreography, the action, and even the comedy peaked in that scene. I also have to give a shout out to the music. It's really good and does a perfect job of pumping up the adrenaline during the fight scenes. So the ultimate question, should you watch this in the theater or wait for VOD? Personally, I couldn't sit through this at home. If you are going to watch it, the theater is the way to go, but only under specific conditions. If you are a die-hard Mortal Kombat fan, or if you are purely an action junkie who doesn't care about the story at all, then go for it, buy a ticket. Otherwise, it's an easy escape. And that was my review of Mortal Kombat 2. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button, share it with your friends, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more reviews like this. I'll catch you in the next video. Until then, make some noise.